Step into the life of Jim Baxter, known as Slim Jim. He was a star in football, playing brilliantly for teams like Rangers and the Scotland national team. His most famous moment came in a game against England in 1967. But Jim's life wasn't just about football success. He also had tough times, especially with his drinking habits. Let's find out how Jim managed the ups of his sports career and the downs of his personal life, revealing the story of a man full of talent and facing big life challenges. Jim Baxter was born on September 29, 1939, in the mining town of Hill of Beath, Scotland, a place deeply rooted in working-class values and a strong passion for football. Growing up in a close-knit community, Jim was the youngest of 3 children in a family where life was modest, but full of love and support for his interests. From a young age, Jim showed a natural talent for football, playing with friends in local fields and on the streets of his hometown. This environment, where football was a way of life, played a crucial role in nurturing his skills and love for the game. His father, who was a miner, and his mother, a homemaker, encouraged his sporting pursuits, even though they were aware of the challenges and uncertainties of a professional sports career. Jim attended Beath High School, where his passion for football continued to grow, often standing out in school matches and local youth clubs. Despite the financial and social challenges of the time, his family and community saw something special in his football abilities and supported his dream of playing professionally. His early experiences were marked by more than just football. They were about overcoming adversity, honing his skills in an environment that was far from the glamorous world of professional sports. These formative years laid the foundation for his future. Jim Baxter's journey into professional football wasn't easy. He started playing seriously in his teenage years, but moving from street football to the professional level brought big challenges. One of the first hurdles was his physical size. Jim wasn't the biggest or strongest player, which made some people doubt if he could make it in the tough world of professional football. Despite these doubts, Jim's skill and determination stood out. He first caught the eye of scouts while playing for local teams in his hometown, showcasing his natural talent and football intelligence. His ability to control the game and make decisive plays made him a standout player, even at a young age. Jim's big break came when he signed with Raith Rovers, a professional club that saw his potential despite the challenges he faced. This step was huge for Jim, moving from amateur football to the more demanding professional level. It was a time of big changes for him, as he had to adapt to the rigorous training schedules, improve his physical condition, and learn to cope with the pressures of professional sports. At Raith Rovers, Jim started to make a name for himself, honing his skills and becoming increasingly important to the team. His time at the club was a crucial period where he developed not just as a player but also in character, laying the groundwork for what was to become a legendary career in football. Jim Baxter's move to Rangers, a big football club in Scotland, marked the start of an impressive part of his career. This transition happened in 1960, when Rangers noticed his talent and decided he was the right fit for their team. Joining Rangers was a significant step up for Jim, putting him in the spotlight of Scottish football. At Rangers, Jim quickly became a key player. His ability to control the midfield, combined with his skill in passing and dribbling, made him stand out. He wasn't just playing, he was entertaining, often showing a flair that delighted fans and frustrated opponents alike. During the early 1960s, Jim's impact on Rangers was huge. He helped the team win several important trophies, becoming a hero to the Rangers fans. His style of play, which combined creativity and precision, played a big part in the team's successes. Under his influence, Rangers enjoyed a period of dominance in Scottish football, winning league titles and cup competitions. Jim Baxter's ascent to a key player at Rangers was marked by significant achievements and defining moments. Initially, he showcased his potential in domestic competitions, playing a pivotal role in Rangers' victories. Baxter's influence extended beyond Scotland as he impressed in European tournaments, demonstrating his ability to compete against top international clubs. His playing style evolved, showing not only finesse and control but also strategic thinking and leadership on the field. Baxter wasn't just a midfield engine. He was a tactician, often outsmarting opponents with his quick thinking and precise decision-making. Off the field, Baxter's charisma and confidence translated into leadership, inspiring teammates and earning the respect of both fans and adversaries. His contributions to Rangers during this period were not merely about individual accolades, but also about shaping the team's identity and success. As his reputation grew, Baxter became a figure synonymous with Rangers' golden era, influencing future generations and setting standards for midfield excellence. His journey from a promising talent to a football legend was a testament to his extraordinary skills and enduring impact on the sport. Jim Baxter's standout international performances against England, particularly in 1963 and 1967, underscored his legendary status in Scottish football. In 1963, Baxter was pivotal in Scotland's 2-1 win, scoring both goals despite the team being a man down after Eric Caldo suffered a leg break from Bobby Smith's tackle. His prowess on the field was again prominently displayed in the 1967 game against the reigning World Cup champions England. Baxter's confident ball juggling in this match, while waiting for teammates to get into position, exemplified his skill and cheeky nature, contributing to Scotland's memorable 3-2 victory at Wembley. These incidents highlight Baxter's influence and mastery in midfield, where his ability to control the game's pace and his audacious personality shone through. While Baxter received much acclaim for the 1967 victory, there was commentary suggesting he could have exploited the advantage to secure a bigger win. Despite this, his contributions in these games were critical, enhancing his reputation as a top-tier player and securing his place as a cherished figure in Scottish football's rich history. These moments, filled with flair and effectiveness, remain pivotal in Baxter's career, solidifying his legacy as a footballing great and a national hero in Scotland. Jim Baxter, although he didn't receive many awards like Player of the Year during his time, is still celebrated for his football talent. He's remembered in football's Hall of Fame, showing he was one of the best. People still talk about his great skills and what he did in football, keeping his memory alive. Jim Baxter faced several challenges throughout his career and life. One of the main issues he encountered was injuries, which are common in sports, but can greatly affect a player's performance and career longevity. For Baxter, injuries at crucial times impacted his ability to play consistently and at his best. Besides physical challenges, Baxter was known for his lifestyle off the field, which included controversies related to his love for nightlife and drinking. This lifestyle often made headlines and led to concerns about how it affected his health and football career. His off-field behavior was sometimes seen as controversial, creating a reputation that followed him throughout his career and even after he stopped playing. Jim Baxter experienced several key moments that significantly impacted his life and career. His transfer to Sunderland marked a major change, moving from Scottish football to the English League. This shift presented new challenges and opportunities, testing his skills against different competitors and in a new environment. Baxter's time in English football, including his stint at Nottingham Forest, was notable but mixed with success and difficulties, reflecting the ups and downs of his career. Despite showing flashes of his talent, his time in England was often overshadowed by his off-field lifestyle, which affected his performance and reputation. Eventually, Baxter retired from professional football, a major turning point in his life. Retirement led him into a different phase, where he had to adjust to life without the routine and spotlight of professional sports. After retiring from playing, Baxter's involvement in football and public life took different forms. While he didn't have a high-profile role in football management or punditry, his legacy in the sport remained strong. Jim Baxter's personal life was as colourful and interesting as his football career. He was known for his lively personality and love of socialising, which made him a well-known figure both on and off the pitch. Baxter was not just a footballer, he was also a family man, although his off-field activities often attracted as much attention as his on-field performances. Baxter had relationships and family commitments that were an integral part of his life. He had children and was known to be a charismatic and engaging figure at home, sharing his life with those close to him. His love for life's pleasures, including music and social events, was evident in how he spent his time away from football. Jim Baxter faced significant health struggles, largely due to his lifestyle, particularly his heavy alcohol consumption. This lifestyle took a toll on his health, leading to serious liver problems. In 1994, Baxter underwent liver transplants, a clear sign of the severe impact his drinking had on his body. These health battles were a wake-up call, highlighting the consequences of his off-field activities. Despite the surgeries and the warnings, Baxter's health issues continued to be a concern. Jim Baxter died on April 14, 2001, at the age of 61. His passing was attributed to pancreatic cancer, but his years of heavy drinking and the related health issues undoubtedly played a role in his premature death. His struggles with health and his eventual death serve as a stark reminder of the potential costs of a lifestyle marked by excesses, especially for professional athletes. Jim Baxter was more than just a football player. He was a man known for his unique personality and amazing talent. On the field, he showed great skill and leadership, making a big impact in Scottish football. Off the field, he was charming and lively, leaving a strong impression on everyone he met. His legacy is huge in Scottish football. Jim Baxter is remembered as a fantastic player who brought excitement to the game. He has inspired many young players to follow their dreams in football. Even though he is no longer with us, his name and the way he played are still celebrated and looked up to, making him a true football legend. The English football scene has long been shadowed by a notorious drinking culture, with many of its brightest stars succumbing to the allure of alcohol. In today's video, we will show you which football icons are affected by this and dive deeper in the ongoing struggles. Notably, Arsenal's Tuesday Club became infamous for its indulgence in heavy drinking sessions. It wasn't until Arsène Wenger's arrival at Arsenal in 1996 that a significant shift began, promoting the benefits of a healthier lifestyle. Wenger's influence was evident when 19-year-old Jermaine Pennant, hungover from a night out, scored a hat-trick in 2003, marking a turning point towards professionalism in the sport. Despite these changes, reminiscences of the old culture persisted, with Damien Duff recalling rampant drinking sessions at Chelsea under Jose Mourinho's early days. Rio Ferdinand also admitted to being engulfed in such a culture during his tenure at West Ham United, with his drinking affecting his game performance. The grim consequences of this culture are highlighted by the tragic deaths of football legends like George Best and Garrincha due to alcohol-related issues, along with the ongoing battles faced by players like Tony Adams and Paul Gascoigne. In 2021, the death of Peter Whittingham in a pub accident starkly reminded the football world of the dangerous liaison between the sport and alcohol. This endemic problem has not only affected the careers of numerous players, but also reflects broader societal challenges, pressing the need for a continued transformation within the football community towards health and responsibility. The tune, "Be Young, Be Foolish, But Be Happy," could well have been the anthem for a generation of footballers who have pushed the boundaries of behaviour in English football. In an age where the sport is awash with money and media attention, some players have fallen into a lifestyle marked by excess and poor judgment, epitomised by the infamous case involving Leeds United players at Hull Crown Court. Jonathan Woodgate and Lee Bowyer, despite their legal entanglements and the light sentences they received, represent just the tip of the iceberg in a culture where youthful folly can escalate into serious misconduct. The cocktail of immense wealth, free time, fame, and a sense of invincibility has led to instances of arrogance and detachment from societal norms, particularly among the elite echelons of footballers. The narrative of Woodgate serves as a cautionary tale, his community service sentence a mere slap on the wrist compared to the deeper issue of alcohol's role in his actions. Both Bowyer and Hackworth, emerging relatively unscathed from their legal battles, should take this as a stern wake-up call to reassess their lifestyle choices. English football, beyond its glossy exterior of lucrative deals and commercial success, faces a more insidious challenge in addressing the underlying issues of player conduct and welfare. The sport's governing bodies must look beyond mere financial gain and take responsibility for guiding young players, ensuring they grow not just in skill, but in character. The players themselves must confront the stark realities of their actions and the lifestyles they lead. Past incidents like Tony Adams's jail time for drink driving serve as stark reminders of the consequences of unbridled indulgence. Managers, now overseeing millionaire athletes, must navigate the delicate balance of instilling discipline and moral rectitude in a generation lured by the temptations of wealth and hedonism. The transformation of English football from its working-class roots to a global powerhouse has brought both excitement and higher standards, but it has also magnified the flaws and excesses within its culture. The drinking sprees, public misdemeanours, and tabloid scandals that have plagued the sport are symptomatic of broader societal issues, with footballers often mirroring the hedonistic tendencies prevalent in modern British nightlife. The tales of late-night revelries, dressing up in combat gear, and the unchecked behaviours at club parties highlight a disconnect between the players' public personas and their private actions. High-profile incidents such as Fowler's arrest underscore the need for clubs to reassess how they manage and sanction player behaviour. The narrative extends beyond the back pages and into the lives of young players thrust into the spotlight, where fame, wealth, and temptation create a volatile mix. The legacy of football's lad culture, spearheaded by figures like Paul Gascoigne, continues to cast a long shadow over the sport. Paul Gascoigne's struggle with alcoholism is a stark example of the dangerous consequences of the drinking culture in English football. In October 1998, Gascoigne's battle with alcohol reached a critical point when he was admitted to Priory Hospital following a binge where he consumed 32 shots of whiskey, an incident that highlighted the depth of his addiction. Despite being unconscious upon arrival, he insisted on leaving the clinic early, which was against medical advice and indicative of his ongoing struggle with sobriety. Over the years, Gascoigne's alcoholism led to multiple stints in rehab, including a significant period in 2001 when Everton's chairman sought professional help for him, culminating in a stay at a clinic in Arizona where he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Despite these interventions, Gascoigne returned to alcohol, demonstrating the cyclical nature of his addiction. His behavior led to numerous legal issues, including a high-profile incident in 2008 at the Malmaison Hotel in Newcastle, which resulted in him being sectioned under the Mental Health Act. Gascoigne's life continued to spiral out of control, marked by arrests for drink driving, drug possession, and public disturbances. Since 1985, English football has enforced a ban on alcohol consumption within sight of the pitch across its top 5 tiers, from the Premier League to the National League, as a measure to deter hooligan behaviour. This legislation also led to concerns about the rapid consumption of alcohol during half-time breaks. In 2021, discussions about amending this rule were initiated by former Sports Minister Tracy Crouch, who argued that the existing regulation might prompt fans to drink excessively in a short period. However, Mark Roberts, a senior police figure in football, expressed scepticism about this proposal. In Scotland, a similar prohibition has been in effect since the 1980 Scottish Cup final incident involving Celtic and Rangers, with alcohol being banned in all areas of football stadiums except for corporate hospitality sections. The potential lifting of this ban was debated in the context of hosting UEFA Euro 2020, but police authorities voiced opposition. A notable incident highlighting the consequences of alcohol consumption at football matches occurred in 2012 when Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper Chris Kirkland was attacked by an inebriated Leeds United fan on the pitch. The assailant, who had consumed several cans of lager and 0.75 litres of vodka prior to the game, followed by additional pints of cider, was later sentenced to 16 weeks in prison and handed a 6-year ban from attending football matches. In 2010, the tragicomedy of his life was further illustrated when he bizarrely appeared during the Raoul Moat manhunt, claiming to be Moat's brother, offering bizarre peace offerings like chicken and fishing rods. This incident led to legal action against the Sun newspaper, claiming their coverage had adversely affected his treatment for alcoholism. By 2013, Gascoigne's health had deteriorated to the point of needing intensive care in the US, while undergoing treatment for alcoholism. His struggles continued with further arrests for assault and public disorder, leading to repeated rehab stints. In 2017, an attempt at rehabilitation signaled a serious intent to become sober, yet his battle with alcoholism and its repercussions remained a public spectacle, culminating in his arrest and subsequent acquittal on charges of sexual assault in 2018. Gascoigne's journey is emblematic of the destructive path that the drinking culture in English football can lead to, illustrating not only personal devastation, but also the broader societal impacts of such behaviour. Yet amidst the chaos, there is a move towards professionalism and self-care, championed by the likes of Arsène Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson, who have reshaped the ethos of their clubs, prioritizing health and discipline over hedonistic excess. The journey from the boozy camaraderie of the Tuesday Club to the more refined and controlled environments of today's top clubs shows a sport in evolution, grappling with its identity and responsibilities. The troubling relationship between alcohol and English football has often spilled over into violent and criminal behaviour, underscoring the severity of the drinking culture among some players. Notable incidents illustrate how excessive drinking has led to serious legal consequences and tarnished careers. Lee Bowyer's notorious meltdown in a McDonald's after a night of heavy drinking in 1996 is one such instance. His aggressive demand for a cheeseburger outside of regular serving hours escalated into a destructive outburst, resulting in a conviction for a fray and a substantial fine. This incident highlighted how alcohol could fuel impulsive and aggressive behavior in high-profile athletes, casting a shadow over their public image and professional responsibilities. Marlon King's 2009 conviction for sexual assault and causing bodily harm in a nightclub further exemplifies the dark side of football's drinking culture. His excessive drinking not only led to a violent assault, but also unveiled his history of alcohol-related offences, raising questions about the repeated behaviour patterns of some footballers when under the influence. Similarly, Adam Hamill's attack on 2 female paramedics in 2012, following a night of heavy drinking, brought to light the broader societal implications of such conduct. The incident not only resulted in a suspended prison sentence for Hamill, but also sparked discussions about the responsibility of football clubs in managing their players' off-field behaviour. In more extreme cases, such as that of Sean Newton in 2017, alcohol and drug use led to criminal activities far removed from the football field. His bizarre explanation of participating in a treasure hunt while committing a burglary under the influence underscores the blurred reality some players face due to substance abuse. Moreover, the tragic death of Jordan Sinnott in 2020, following a drunken altercation, serves as a grim reminder of the potentially fatal consequences of the toxic mix of alcohol and aggression prevalent in some quarters of the football community. These incidents, among others, paint a troubling picture of the intersection between alcohol abuse and the behaviour of footballers, calling for a re-evaluation of the culture within the sport and its impact on individuals and society at large. Since 1985, English football has enforced a ban on alcohol consumption within sight of the pitch across its top 5 tiers, from the Premier League to the National League, as a measure to deter hooligan behaviour. This legislation also led to concerns about the rapid consumption of alcohol during half-time breaks. In 2021, discussions about amending this rule were initiated by former Sports Minister Tracy Crouch, who argued that the existing regulation might prompt fans to drink excessively in a short period. However, Mark Roberts, a senior police figure in football, expressed scepticism about this proposal. In Scotland, a similar prohibition has been in effect since the 1980 Scottish Cup final incident involving Celtic and Rangers, with alcohol being banned in all areas of football stadiums except for corporate hospitality sections. The potential lifting of this ban was debated in the context of hosting UEFA Euro 2020, but police authorities voiced opposition. A notable incident highlighting the consequences of alcohol consumption at football matches occurred in 2012 when Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper Chris Kirkland was attacked by an inebriated Leeds United fan on the pitch. The assailant, who had consumed several cans of lager and 0.75 litres of vodka prior to the game, followed by additional pints of cider, was later sentenced to 16 weeks in prison and handed a 6-year ban from attending football matches. In conclusion, English football stands at a crossroads, where the allure of the past's raucous escapades clashes with the demands for a more disciplined and conscientious approach to the game and its players. As the sport continues to navigate its complex relationship with fame, fortune, and personal responsibility, the hope is for a future where talent and integrity can coexist, both on and off the pitch. Join us on the incredible story of Kenny Sansom, a true hero of football. Known for his amazing plays with Arsenal, Crystal Palace, and the England team, Kenny's story goes far beyond football. It's a deep and moving tale of his fight with some of life's hardest moments, including his brave fight against addiction and a time of homelessness. Kenny Sansom's story begins on September 26, 1958, in Camberwell, London, a place far removed from the stadiums where he would later become a star. Born into a loving family that shared a deep passion for football, Kenny was introduced to the game at a very young age. His early years were filled with football, playing in local parks, and dreaming of one day making it big. This wasn't just a young boy's fantasy, it was the start of a journey toward becoming one of football's most celebrated defenders. Kenny's talent was clear from the start, but it was his dedication and love for the game that truly set him apart. This chapter of Kenny's life is a testament to the power of dreams and the importance of family in nurturing those dreams. As we delve into Kenny's beginnings, we see the foundation being laid for a remarkable career in football, marked by determination, skill, and the pure joy of playing the game he loved. As Kenny Sansom embarked on his football journey, he quickly discovered the intense competition and high expectations within the youth ranks. Despite the challenges, his early experiences in London's competitive youth football scene laid a strong foundation for his future. In 1974, at the tender age of just 16, Kenny made a significant leap by signing with Crystal Palace, marking the beginning of his professional career. This was a pivotal moment for Kenny, reflecting not just his exceptional talent, but also his unwavering determination to succeed in a demanding sport. At Crystal Palace, Kenny didn't just join a team, he found a platform to showcase his skills and dedication. His natural ability on the field was evident from the start, but it was his hard work and commitment that truly set him apart. Kenny's early days at Crystal Palace were about more than just developing as a player. They were about proving his mettle, overcoming the obstacles that young footballers face, and laying the groundwork for a career that would be remembered for its brilliance and resilience. This period was a crucial chapter in Kenny's life, setting him on the path to becoming one of the most respected defenders of his generation. Kenny Sansom's journey into the world of professional football really kicked off when he joined Crystal Palace. It was here, at this respected club, that Kenny began to truly develop his skills and make a name for himself. Starting in the late 1970s, he quickly became known for his incredible defensive abilities. Even among many talented players, Kenny stood out. His knack for stopping opponents and protecting his team's goal was something special. At Crystal Palace, Kenny wasn't just another player. He was a young man with extraordinary talent and a deep love for the game. He worked hard in training, listened to his coaches, and always aimed to improve. This dedication paid off as he became a key player for the team. Kenny's time at Crystal Palace wasn't just about playing matches, it was a crucial period of growth and learning. He sharpened his skills, learned how to read the game better, and became known for his reliability and strength on the field. This early stage of his career was filled with important moments that showed everyone Kenny was destined for great things. His performances for Crystal Palace laid the groundwork for his future successes, proving that he had the potential to shine not just in England, but on the international stage as well. Kenny's professional start at Crystal Palace was more than just the beginning of a career. It was the start of a legacy. Kenny Sansom's journey from a promising player to a football star is a tale of hard work and talent. After proving himself at Crystal Palace, his skills only got sharper and his reputation grew. Kenny was not just good at stopping opponents, he was also great at starting attacks for his team. His ability to play the ball out from the back was ahead of his time. The big turn in Kenny's career came when he moved to Arsenal in 1980. This move was a step up, and Kenny was ready. At Arsenal, he quickly became one of the team's most important players. He was known for his solid defence, but also for how he could help his team go forward and score. Kenny's first years at Arsenal showed everyone he was one of the best defenders in the league. His leadership on the field was clear. He didn't just play well, he made his teammates better. Kenny's time at Arsenal had many highlights, but his consistent performances, game after game, made him stand out. He was a key part of the team in every match, always reliable and always giving his best. This period in Kenny's career was when he truly rose to prominence, becoming known as one of the top defenders in English football. His skills, hard work and leadership at both Crystal Palace and Arsenal showed everyone what he was capable of. Kenny wasn't just a good player, he was an example of what dedication to football can lead to. Kenny Sansom's international career was a defining part of his legacy, bringing his defensive prowess to the England national team. His contributions were pivotal, especially during major tournaments like the World Cup, where he showcased his skills against the world's best teams. Kenny's performances for England were about more than just football. They were a display of national pride and determination. Representing his country on such a significant stage was not only an honour for Kenny, but also a testament to his talent and hard work. His time with the England team solidified his status as one of English football's great defenders, earning him admiration and respect from fans and peers alike. Kenny Sansom's international career, marked by dedication and exceptional performances, remains a cherished part of his remarkable journey in football. Kenny Sansom's career was punctuated with standout moments that showcased his exceptional defensive skills and leadership. At Arsenal, one of his most notable contributions came during the FA Cup campaigns, particularly in the 1987 FA Cup semi-final against Tottenham Hotspur. Sansom's performance in these crucial matches was key to Arsenal reaching the final and ultimately winning the trophy, marking a significant achievement in his and the club's history. During his tenure with Crystal Palace, Sansom's early career was marked by the team's promotion to the First Division in the 1978 to 1979 season. His defensive solidity and ability to contribute to the team's attack played a pivotal role in this success, setting the stage for his future accomplishments. Internationally, Kenny earned over 80 caps for England, a testament to his consistency and high level of performance. Sansom's presence was felt strongly in the 1982 and 1986 FIFA World Cup tournaments. His performance against Argentina in the 1986 World Cup, despite England's elimination, remains a highlight, showcasing his defensive acumen against some of the most talented players in the world, including the legendary Diego Maradona. Throughout his illustrious career, Kenny Sansom was lauded for his contributions to the sport, while specific awards like Player of the Season by Arsenal and Crystal Palace highlighted his individual excellence. His consistent selection for the England national team over a decade underscored his status as one of the country's top defenders. Sansom's contributions were also recognised off the pitch. His leadership and professionalism were celebrated by teammates and coaches alike, setting a standard for future generations. Though the sport has evolved, Sansom's legacy as a defender who combined skill, intelligence and determination remains a benchmark in English football history. His impact on the game transcends mere statistics or trophies. It lies in the moments of brilliance on the field, the respect he earned from his peers, and the inspiration he provided to fans and future players. Kenny Sansom's career, filled with memorable performances and significant achievements, solidifies his place among the legends of English football. Kenny Sansom faced significant challenges off the field that tested his strength far beyond the football pitch. His battles with alcoholism and gambling addiction became public, revealing the personal struggles of a football legend. These issues had a profound impact on his career, leading to difficulties in maintaining his top form and affecting his personal life. Despite the fame and admiration he earned through football, Sansom's journey reminds us that success can come with its own set of struggles, highlighting the importance of support and understanding in overcoming such obstacles. Kenny Sansom's life was marked by several pivotal moments that significantly altered his path. One of the most critical turning points occurred in 2020, when he was the victim of an attack that left him fighting for his life. This incident led to a diagnosis of Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, a serious brain condition associated with long-term alcohol abuse, further complicating his recovery process. Despite the severity of his condition and the grim prognosis, Sansom's resilience shone through. His journey to recovery has been nothing short of remarkable, showcasing his determination to regain his health and strength. This period of his life has been a testament to his fighting spirit, both as a player on the field and as a person facing life's toughest challenges. Kenny Sansom's story of overcoming near-death experiences to make a significant recovery is a powerful reminder of the human capacity for resilience and hope in the face of adversity. After hanging up his boots, Kenny Sansom didn't step away from the world of football or the spotlight. Instead, he redirected his energy and fame towards making a positive impact. Recognizing the challenges he faced with alcoholism and gambling addiction, Kenny became an advocate for those struggling with similar issues. His openness about his personal battles has helped to destigmatize discussions around mental health and addiction, particularly in the often masculine environment of professional sports. Kenny's involvement in football continued through his participation in charity events and appearances at football-related functions. His presence at these events is not just about reminiscing on his illustrious career, but also about inspiring and supporting the next generation of athletes. By sharing his story, he aims to guide young players, offering insights into managing the pressures of professional sports while maintaining a healthy balance in personal life. Kenny Sansom's personal life has been a journey of ups and downs, closely intertwined with the love and support of his family. His relationships with his children and the broader network of friends and former teammates have played a critical role in his recovery process. This support system has been pivotal, offering him the strength and encouragement needed to face his battles with addiction. Sansom's story is not just about the struggles, but also about the power of family and friendship in overcoming life's toughest challenges. Kenny Sansom's health battles, particularly with Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, have been a significant part of his life post-retirement. This condition, often linked to long-term alcohol abuse, has brought considerable challenges, but Sansom has faced them with remarkable resilience. Kenny Sansom's life shows us his strong character and the way he led by example, both playing football and dealing with tough times. His fight through hard moments and how he helps others facing their own struggles show his true leadership. Kenny's story is more than just about football. It's about how he overcame his own challenges, making a lasting mark on the sport and the people who love it. His journey continues to inspire both players and fans, making him a real football hero. Brian Clough was a big drunkard, and that's why he lost his life. But why did he risk it all for some alcohol? Let's find out. Brian Clough, born on March 21st, 1935, in Middlesbrough, North Riding of Yorkshire, was one of English football's most charismatic and successful figures, both as a player and as a manager. But long before he became a household name, he was just a boy growing up in a bustling family environment. Let's take a closer look at the early life of a man who would later be known as one of the greatest football managers of all time. Brian often said his childhood was like living in a small paradise. Even with all the chaos, he thought it was perfect. His mum worked super hard to take care of them all. Brian learned a lot about hard work from her. He always said that everything good about him came from those early days. Well, everything except his taste for a pint now and then. School wasn't really Brian's thing, especially when it came to books. He loved sports way more and ended up not doing great on big tests at school. But he didn't let that stop him. After school, Brian worked at a big company called ICI before he had to do his national service in the RAF. Those couple of years helped shape him up, teaching him discipline and leadership, things he used a lot when he later became a famous football player and manager. Very soon, Brian was discovered, and from here started his professional journey as a legendary football player. Clough really made his mark when he started playing professionally for Middlesbrough in the 1955-56 season. He was an incredible striker, scoring 204 goals in just 222 league games. He had a few seasons where he was scoring over 40 goals, leading the scoring charts twice in the late 50s. Despite his success, he wasn't very happy at Middlesbrough. He asked to be transferred several times and didn't get along well with some of his teammates. He felt frustrated by the team's weak defence, which often wasted his hard work by letting in too many goals. After one particularly bad game that ended in a 6-6 draw, he even questioned aloud how many goals they needed to score just to win. While playing for Middlesbrough, Clough met Peter Taylor, a goalkeeper who would later become his partner in coaching. Clough also played a couple of games for England's national team in 1959, though he didn't manage to score. In 1961, Clough moved to Sunderland after finally getting one of his transfer requests approved. He continued to shine, scoring 63 goals in 74 matches, but his time at Sunderland was cut short by a severe knee injury during a match in 1962. He collided with the opposing goalkeeper and damaged his knee so badly that he eventually had to retire from playing at just 29 years old. Even though he tried to come back 2 years later, he could only manage 3 more games. Despite his playing career ending so early, Clough is remembered as one of the most efficient goal scorers in English football history, having the highest goals per game ratio among players with over 200 goals. His early career, filled with incredible highs and significant lows, set the stage for his legendary status in football. And then came his managerial career, where Brian truly and genuinely defied all odds. Brian Clough was a famous football manager known for turning struggling teams into winners with his unique style and strong personality. He started managing at Hartlepool United in 1965, where he quickly showed he could improve a team. In 1967, he took over at Derby County, a team that wasn't doing very well. Clough changed that quickly, winning the second division and then the prestigious First Division by 1972. However, Clough often got into arguments because he spoke his mind and didn't shy away from saying what he thought, even if it upset people. This led to him leaving Derby and having a very short and troubled time at Leeds United, where he lasted only 44 days because he didn't get along with the players or the other staff. In 1975, Clough took charge of Nottingham Forest, a team that was not doing great in the second division. He turned Forest into one of the best teams in England and Europe, winning the English League and 2 European Cups in a row. Clough was known for being very strict but also really caring about his players, creating a family-like atmosphere at the club. Despite all the success, Clough had big personal struggles, especially with drinking, which affected his work later on very much. Now, before we move to his battle with alcohol, please make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay updated on all football legends. Thanks. Brian Clough's struggle with alcohol is a well-known part of his life story, showing how intense pressure can affect famous sports figures. His drinking problems became noticeable in the 1970s when he was quickly becoming a famous football manager. As his career successes increased, so did his stress, which he often dealt with by drinking. During his most successful years, Clough was known for his unique coaching style and his bold, outspoken personality. At first, people thought his drinking was just part of his flamboyant nature, as noted by people like Duncan Hamilton, who knew him well. But over time, it became clear that his occasional drinking had turned into a serious dependency. His alcoholism impacted his work, health, and personal and professional relationships. Even though he had support from his family and colleagues, Clough had a hard time fighting his addiction, especially during a time when such issues were not discussed openly or treated effectively. As Clough got older and moved toward retirement in the mid-1990s, his health problems worsened. Years of stress and drinking had taken a heavy toll on his body. By the time he retired, he was not only fighting alcoholism, but also facing other serious health issues. His health took another hit when he was diagnosed with stomach cancer in the early 2000s. Stomach cancer is aggressive and can be linked to lifestyle choices like drinking. His cancer was diagnosed late and got worse quickly. Despite his doctor's efforts and his family's support, the disease was too much to handle. Clough passed away in 2004 at age 69 in Derby City Hospital. Despite facing personal issues and causing some controversies, Brian Clough made a big mark on football. He earned many awards, including a spot in the English Football Hall of Fame. Nottingham Forest even named their biggest stand after him, the Brian Clough Stand. He was so important to Nottingham and Derby that both cities gave him the honour of Freedom of the City. Clough died in September 2004 at the age of 69, and his death really affected the football world. Fans from Derby County and Nottingham Forest, usually rivals, united to grieve for him. So many people turned up for his memorial service that it had to be moved to Derby's Pride Park Stadium to fit everyone. This showed just how much people respected and loved him. Clough was a complicated person, known for both his achievements in football and his struggles with alcoholism and stomach cancer. Even though he sometimes found himself in controversial situations, he stayed a well-loved and important figure in football. All in all, Brian's rise in football began with his remarkable ability as a striker, where he achieved a record-setting goal-scoring pace. However, his career was cut short by injury, leading him to management where he truly made his mark. At Derby County and later at Nottingham Forest, he crafted teams that not only won, but did so with style and determination. Despite his personal battles, Clough's influence in the sport remains undeniable. He is remembered not just for the victories and titles, but for the way he changed the game with his bold, straightforward style and the deep connections he forged with players and fans alike. His dedication and achievements earned him a revered place in the hearts of many, leading to tributes like Nottingham Forest naming their largest stand after him, and both Nottingham and Derby granting him the freedom of the city. Even after his passing, Clough's influence continues to be felt, reflecting both the highs and lows of his remarkable journey through life and football. R.I.P. Legend. Dive into the life of Paul Gascoigne, a football star known for his incredible talent on the field and his personal struggles off it. He shined in football, but also faced a tough battle with addiction. This story shares how Gazza's biggest challenge wasn't playing football, but fighting his own struggles. Join us to see how Gazza tried to overcome his battles. Paul Gascoigne, famously known as Gazza, was born and raised in Gateshead, England, where he discovered his love for football at a young age. Despite the challenges of his family's financial struggles, his passion for the game never wavered. Gazza's early years were marked by his dedication to football, playing whenever and wherever he could, often using it as an escape from the difficulties at home. His exceptional talent on the field quickly became apparent, setting the stage for a career that would leave a lasting impact on the sport. Gazza's journey from a young boy with dreams of football glory to becoming one of England's most iconic footballers is a testament to his determination, skill, and the love for the game that drove him from the very beginning. In the bustling town of Gateshead, Paul Gascoigne's childhood was filled with the simple joys of family and football. Born into a tight-knit family, Paul found himself surrounded by love and support from an early age. His parents, John and Carol Gascoigne, worked hard to provide for their family, instilling in Paul a strong sense of determination and resilience. From the moment he could kick a ball, Paul's passion for football was evident. Whether playing in the streets with his friends or watching matches on television, football became more than just a game for young Paul. It became a way of life. Despite the challenges of growing up in a working-class neighborhood, Paul's love for the sport only continued to grow, fueled by the dreams of one day becoming a professional footballer. In Gateshead, where the streets echoed with the sounds of children playing and neighbors chatting, Paul Gascoigne's journey from a local boy to a footballing icon began. Little did anyone know, the young boy with big dreams would one day leave an indelible mark on the world of football, captivating audiences with his skill, charisma, and unwavering determination. Throughout his journey, Paul Gascoigne faced an array of significant obstacles, both within and beyond the realm of football. His internal battles, notably with mental health and alcohol addiction, posed a substantial risk to his bright career, threatening his capacity to reach his full potential on the field. Additionally, Gascoigne's roots in a working-class family brought its own challenges. Financial constraints and limited resources intensified the pressure to excel, compelling him to confront and navigate through the tough realities of his life while chasing his football aspirations. The competitive nature of professional football also presented adversity. Facing rejection and skepticism, Gaza navigated through the demanding environment of youth academies and professional clubs. Despite his clear talent, he found himself continuously proving his worth, overcoming doubts from coaches and critics. Injuries further complicated Gaza's career, posing significant setbacks that threatened to interrupt his progress and love for the game. Each injury tested his resolve and determination, pushing him to find the strength to conquer these hurdles and persist in pursuing his dreams. Paul Gascoigne's professional debut for Newcastle United marked the beginning of a remarkable journey in English football. His raw talent and impressive skills were evident from the outset, immediately capturing the attention of fans and pundits alike. Gascoigne's dynamic style of play quickly garnered attention, leading to his transfer to Tottenham Hotspur for a then-record fee, signifying the high expectations surrounding him. It was at Spurs where Gaza truly rose to prominence, dazzling spectators with his exceptional skill, creativity, and flair on the pitch. During Tottenham's FA Cup run in 1991, Gascoigne's performances were nothing short of sensational. He scored crucial goals, including a memorable free kick against Arsenal in the semi-final, earning him widespread acclaim and admiration. His ability to dictate play and produce moments of brilliance was unmatched, culminating in a pivotal role in guiding Spurs to victory in the FA Cup final against Nottingham Forest, where his inspiring performance left an indelible mark on the tournament. Gascoigne's success at club level also translated to international recognition, as he earned a place in the England national team. His inclusion in the squad was a testament to his outstanding talent and unwavering dedication. Gascoigne quickly established himself as a key player for his country, notably scoring a stunning goal against Scotland in the Euro 1996 tournament, a moment that endeared him to fans across the nation. His impact both domestically and internationally solidified his status as a footballing icon, leaving an enduring legacy in the sport. Paul Gascoigne's impact during the 1990 World Cup in Italy remains legendary in football history. His exceptional talent was instrumental in driving England to the semi-finals, captivating audiences worldwide. However, it was a poignant moment during the tournament that truly defined his legacy. When Gaza received a yellow card, realizing he would miss the final if England advanced, his emotional reaction deeply resonated with fans. His tears, reflecting his unwavering passion for the game, mirrored the collective emotions of England supporters, symbolizing both their hopes and disappointments. Gascoigne's transcendent moment went beyond football. He became a symbol of national pride and unity. His status as a national hero was solidified, with his name forever intertwined with the spirit of English football. Additionally, Gascoigne's notable performances and contributions throughout the tournament, including pivotal goals and assists, further cemented his place in footballing history. Throughout his illustrious career, Paul Gascoigne was celebrated for his exceptional talent on the football field, playing a pivotal role in his team's successes. His contributions were instrumental in Tottenham Hotspur's memorable FA Cup triumph in 1991, where he showcased his extraordinary skills and played a crucial part in securing the title. Additionally, Gascoigne's impactful performances also played a significant role in Rangers' league title victories, further highlighting his versatility and influence across different teams and leagues. Gascoigne's remarkable achievements were duly recognised with several prestigious accolades. In 1990, he was honoured as the BBC Sports Personality of the Year, a testament to his outstanding contributions to the world of sports. Furthermore, Gascoigne's induction into the English Football Hall of Fame underscored his enduring legacy and profound impact on football, both on and off the field. His remarkable talent, passion, and dedication continue to inspire fans and aspiring footballers alike, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. Paul Gascoigne's personal life has been just as eventful off the field as on it, characterised by close relationships with his family and a deep passion for fishing. This hobby serves as a source of solace and peace for him, offering moments of tranquility away from the pressures of professional football. Gazza's love for fishing reflects his appreciation for the simple pleasures in life and his desire to find balance amidst the whirlwind of fame and success. In addition to his upbringing, Gascoigne's own family life has been significant. He has been married multiple times and has children from various relationships. His relationship with his children is especially important to Gascoigne, bringing him joy and serving as a source of inspiration. Despite the challenges he has faced, Gascoigne remains committed to his family, striving to be a positive presence in their lives, despite the demands of his career and personal struggles. Paul Gascoigne's life has been marked by significant moments beyond his football career. His retirement from professional football led him to face numerous personal battles, including struggles with mental health and alcohol addiction. Despite these hurdles, Gascoigne's resilience and attempts to overcome his issues have been inspirational to many, showcasing his strength off the field as much as on it. After retiring from professional football, Paul Gascoigne has made significant efforts to address his struggles with addiction, aiming for recovery and personal improvement. His journey has included rehab stints and public discussions about his battles, shedding light on mental health issues within sports. In a candid 2011 interview on ITV's Piers Morgan Life Stories, Gascoigne revealed the depths of his troubles, stating that at his lowest point, he was consuming 16 lines of cocaine and 4 bottles of whiskey daily. This period represents a stark contrast to the footballing prowess and talent he displayed during his career, highlighting the profound challenges he faced off the pitch. Particularly with alcohol addiction, bipolar disorder, and episodes of psychosis, despite undergoing a £20,000 surgery to get anti-alcohol pellets sewn into his body, Gascoigne has experienced multiple relapses. He has openly expressed his struggles, mentioning that he will always be an alcoholic, but tries to take each day as it comes, aiming to be both sober and happy. His issues have been compounded by severe psychosis following cocaine use, leading to frightening experiences of paranoia. At one point, his condition was so critical that rumours of his death spread, following a particularly severe episode where he was hospitalised with life-threatening withdrawal symptoms. Yet it's also positioned him as an advocate for mental health awareness. Gascoigne's willingness to speak openly about his struggles has helped reduce stigma and encouraged others to seek help, contributing significantly to the discourse on mental health in sports. In his career, Paul Gascoigne did some memorable pranks, showcasing his playful and unpredictable personality. From bringing an ostrich to training, causing chaos with fireworks, to moving encounters involving animals and daring escapades, Gascoigne's antics are legendary. These stories reflect not only his character and talent on the field, but his capacity for humour and surprise off it, making him a beloved figure in football history. Paul Gascoigne's legacy in football history is undeniable, leaving a lasting impact on the sport and society. Beyond his skills on the field, Gazza's fearless approach, infectious charm, and dedication to the game inspired fans worldwide. His influence stretched across generations, motivating countless young players to pursue their dreams with passion. Malcolm MacDonald soared as a football icon, yet behind the scenes, his battle with alcohol cast a shadow over his brilliant career, revealing the stark contrast between his public triumphs and personal struggles. Malcolm Ian MacDonald, known as Super Mac, was born on January 7, 1950, and grew into an iconic figure in English football as a former professional player, manager, and media personality. His football career was marked by his incredible pace, physical strength, and an exceptional goal-scoring ability, which made him a standout striker. Malcolm MacDonald's journey to football stardom began in the humble settings of Finlay Street, Fulham, sharing his early days with the likes of Steve Hackett, future rock guitarist of Genesis and GTR fame. Educated at Sloane Grammar School in Chelsea, MacDonald initially honed his skills as a full-back, an unexpected start for the future striking sensation. His football career took its first serious step at Barnet, but it was his performance at non-league Tonbridge that caught the eye of his childhood idol, Bobby Robson. In 1968, in a move that would start to shape his destiny, MacDonald was signed by Fulham for £1,000 shortly after their relegation from the Football League First Division. This was a modest beginning for a player who would go on to become one of English football's most formidable forwards, yet it was his subsequent move to Luton Town that truly marked his ascent in the footballing world. At Luton, MacDonald blossomed into a prolific goal scorer, netting 58 goals in 101 appearances. This impressive tally at Luton laid the foundation for his celebrated career, demonstrating his natural ability to find the back of the net and setting the stage for his legendary status in the years to come. When Malcolm MacDonald arrived at Newcastle United in the summer of 1971, the stage was set for a new chapter in his career. Signed by manager Joe Harvey for £180,000, MacDonald wasted no time announcing his arrival, netting a hat-trick in his home debut against Liverpool. This explosive start not only endeared him to the Newcastle fans, but also earned him the enduring nickname Super Mac, inspired by a fan chant that resonated through the stands of St James Park. MacDonald's arrival at Newcastle marked a turning point for the club. Despite a rocky start to the season, with the team languishing at the bottom of the table, the introduction of Tony Green alongside MacDonald sparked a remarkable turnaround. The duo's dynamic partnership ignited an unbeaten run, propelling the team up the league table and finishing the season in a respectable 11th place. MacDonald's remarkable scoring prowess saw him net 30 goals in his debut season, establishing him as Newcastle's top scorer for the year and setting a precedent he would maintain in subsequent seasons. Supermac's influence at Newcastle was undeniable. He consistently topped the scoring charts, becoming the First Division's leading scorer in the 1975-76 season. His knack for crucial goals was on full display in the 1973-74 FA Cup, where he scored twice against Burnley in the semi-final. However, the FA Cup final that year ended in disappointment, with Newcastle falling 3-0 to Liverpool. Similarly, in the 1976 League Cup final, despite MacDonald's contribution to Alan Gowling's equalising goal, Newcastle were edged out by Manchester City, finishing with a 2-1 defeat. Throughout his time at Newcastle, MacDonald not only became a goal-scoring legend, but also a cherished figure among the fans, embodying the spirit and passion of the club during a transformative era in its history. Malcolm MacDonald's transition from Newcastle to Arsenal in 1976 was marked by a unique transfer fee of £333,333, setting the stage for another prolific chapter in his career. His impact at Arsenal was immediate and emphatic, with a memorable performance against his former club, Newcastle, where he netted a hat-trick in a thrilling 5-3 victory at Highbury. MacDonald's tenure at Arsenal saw him as the club's leading scorer for 2 consecutive seasons, and he clinched the First Division top scorer title in 1977, showcasing his consistent goal-scoring prowess. Despite battling fitness issues, MacDonald's influence at Arsenal remained significant. His standout moment came in the FA Cup of 1978, where he scored twice in the semi-final against Orient at Stamford Bridge, leading Arsenal to the final. However, the final was a bittersweet experience, as Arsenal suffered a narrow 1-0 defeat to Ipswich Town, with MacDonald earning a runners-up medal. His journey at Arsenal faced a major setback at the onset of the 1978-79 season, when he sustained a knee injury in a League Cup match against Rotherham. This injury proved to be a significant hindrance, ultimately affecting his playing career's longevity. After his tenure in English football, MacDonald ventured abroad, joining South Melbourne Hellas in Australia's National Soccer League in 1977. His stint down under was brief but memorable, making an immediate impact by scoring on his debut against West Adelaide. His presence attracted large crowds, notably during a match against St George, where he scored twice in a game that also featured his former Arsenal colleague Charlie George. McDonald's career journey took him to Sweden, where he briefly played for Djurgården. However, the lingering effects of his knee injury led him to retire prematurely at the age of 29 in August 1979. Over his footballing journey, McDonald left an indelible mark, scoring a total of 193 goals. Malcolm McDonald's international career for England was marked by moments of extraordinary brilliance, establishing him as a legendary figure in English football history. His debut for England came against Wales at the iconic Wembley Stadium, setting the stage for what would be a memorable stint with the national team. It wasn't long before he left an indelible mark, netting his first international goal in a prestigious friendly win against the then world champions West Germany. However, it was on the 16th of April 1975 that McDonald truly etched his name into the annals of football history. In a European Championship qualifier at Wembley, he delivered an astonishing performance, scoring all 5 goals in England's 5-0 rout of Cyprus. This phenomenal achievement saw him equaling the record for the most goals scored in a single game by an England player, a record that still stands unmatched, making him the sole player in competitive international play to reach this milestone since. The remarkable feat was aptly headlined Supermac 5, Cyprus 0, immortalising McDonald's legacy in English football. Across his international career, he earned 14 caps and scored 6 goals, leaving a lasting legacy of his goal-scoring prowess. Transitioning into his managerial career, McDonald took the helm at Fulham in 1980, where he initially found success. Under his leadership, Fulham secured promotion to the second division in 1982, showcasing McDonald's potential as a manager. However, despite a promising start, the quest for first division football fell short as the team's performance dwindled in the crucial stages of the 1982-83 season, ultimately finishing 4th. The subsequent season mirrored this frustration, leading to McDonald's departure before the campaign concluded. McDonald's managerial venture continued at Huddersfield Town in 1987, but success eluded him, with the team suffering a demoralising relegation from the second division. His tenure was marred by a heavy 10-1 defeat to Manchester City, highlighting the challenges he faced in his coaching career. Beyond the pitch and managerial endeavours, McDonald has stayed connected to football, reportedly serving as the president of North Shields FC, demonstrating his ongoing commitment to the sport. Malcolm McDonald's post-retirement years paint a picture of a talented footballer grappling with life's challenges off the pitch. Following the premature end to his playing career due to a knee injury, McDonald faced significant personal and professional turmoil. His business endeavours did not go as planned, and the end of his second marriage added to his struggles, compounding the physical pain he endured from his injury. This tumultuous period led to McDonald developing a reliance on alcohol as a coping mechanism. The constant discomfort from his knee, a lingering reminder of his days on the field, pushed McDonald towards alcohol, seeking solace in its numbing effects. This dependency on alcohol marked a dark phase in his life, overshadowing his footballing achievements and challenging his health and well-being. However, in 1997, McDonald took a significant step towards reclaiming his life by deciding to abstain from alcohol, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. Currently, McDonald shares his life with Carol, who was previously married to Brian Johnson. This new chapter in his personal life, alongside his commitment to sobriety, signifies McDonald's ongoing journey of recovery and adaptation after the spotlight of his football career faded. Malcolm McDonald experienced a significant health scare in June, which brought a sudden and painful reminder of the fragility of well-being. He suffered from extreme joint pain, a symptom alarming enough for his wife Carol to urgently call for medical assistance. Initially fearing sepsis, a life-threatening condition if left untreated, he was quickly taken to the accident and emergency department. The diagnosis turned out to be pseudo-gout, a form of arthritis characterized by sudden and severe swelling and pain. While the condition unexpectedly subsided, giving a temporary relief, McDonald faced a recurring bout just 4 days later, challenging the initial prognosis and his health once again. In response to his health issues, and perhaps as a reflection on his career and life changes, McDonald decided to auction nearly 40 items of his football memorabilia, including caps, shirts, tracksuits, and medals. This decision not only marks a significant moment in his personal journey, but also opens a new chapter in dealing with his health and legacy.